Meantime, President Trump's trade war is back in the spotlight. The White House announcing a new 50% tariff on a host of Canadian goods, accusing our neighbors to the north of discriminating against American-made products. NBC's Garrett Haake has the details for us. Garrett, good morning to you. What more can you tell us about these tariffs and what they mean for consumers?
Yeah, Chanel, this is really all about retaliation. The president is threatening these 50% tariffs on most Canadian goods because Canada was one of the few countries to put up its own tariffs on American products in response to the president's policies last year. Now, all of this carries a risk of driving inflation higher, especially if Canada responds again, and they very well may. The Canadian government views all of this as a major violation of the trade deal that Canada and Mexico struck with President Trump back in his first term. So these tariffs, which are taxes on things that we import, would cover everything from Canadian wood and paper and furniture to things like hockey sticks and dairy products. But there is a 30-day clock before these would go into effect, and both countries have made clear they are willing to at least try to talk this out.
Meantime, President Trump also has his eyes set on the new Air Force One, sending it away for upgrades. What's behind that decision?
Yeah, so this is the Qatari-donated Air Force One, which has already undergone a several $100 million overhaul, and it's come under scrutiny over concerns about its security for the president. And the president now says it'll be out of service for about a month this fall to get what he called maxed out. You'll remember the security questions were elevated a few weeks ago when the president actually switched planes to fly back from a NATO summit in Turkey on an older model Air Force One. He denied back then that security was an issue, but NBC News reported that it was the Secret Service who had pressed for that switch, given the rising hostilities at the time with Iran, which is Turkey's neighbor. This new plane does not have all the security measures that the older Air Force Ones have, according to a person familiar with the aircraft and one familiar with internal discussions. But the White House maintains that the new plane is perfectly safe. Chanel?
Garrett, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.